Hey guys, so this is going to be a different video from your normal content that I've been posting lately. So it's not Fortnite, it's not even zombies content related or anything like that. This is a bit more of a personal video. There's been a lot going on in the last 9 months, and I feel like I haven't really made a true update video since basically when I left last year's Z House, and I just kind of wanted to honestly talk to you guys. Something that I do pride myself in with this channel is I feel like I'm open, and I like being able to just kind of talk about what's going on and have a real conversation with you guys. Just due to a lot of stuff, I've been so busy that I really haven't had the time to make this kind of video. What I wanted to talk about today though is zombies and the Z House 2018. And the reason that I want to talk about everything in one video and kind of go back through the last year of my life is I think everything's going to make a lot more sense if I can explain what's been going on with me first. So if you're here for actual zombies content, this is just kind of like an update video around that, and for Fortnite people, it's a good opportunity to get to know me, I guess. Okay, so I guess if I really want to start this video right, we're going to have to go back to 2016 Z House. That was obviously like the first year of Z House. It was an absolute huge success. And to be honest, like Z House of 2016 was something that no one imagined was going to become that. For me, I think a lot of people think of the Z House as this group of 5 YouTubers that make content together. And as a viewer, I understand why people think that. But to me, the whole point of the Z House was nothing to do with that. We were probably going to make content together. The original point of the Z House was actually just to live together so that we could give each other like creative inputs and feedbacks on our own individual videos. At least that was my original premise. But as you guys saw, 2016 Z House was absolutely insane and it blew up. But the end of that summer, some major shit happened to me. On the 3rd day before I left the Z House, I got a major concussion, and basically, to make a long story short, I was fucked up for like a year. And so basically from that 2016 Z House end to really about a year ago when the next Z House started, I was a mess. I basically had like a splitting headache just right through there all day, every day. I had to sleep like 10 to 12 hours a day to feel okay. Couldn't really exercise, couldn't really do anything, and I was just honestly really using unhealthy ways to cope with all that shit that was going on. Ultimately, I just felt like I was not living the life that I wanted to be living, and I felt like I was a shell of my former self. Fast forward to Z House 2017, and my personal life got a lot better. Started getting a ton of massages, and really that cleared up a ton of my symptoms, and by the end of the Z House, I can say honestly, like I felt like I was back to my normal self. And that will take you up to my last update video of about August 2017. Personally, last Z House was just an absolutely incredible time, but I understand when I saw a lot of fans saying that, you know, Z House 2017 wasn't what Z House 2016 was. And that's exactly right, because Z House 2016 could never have been recreated because it wasn't a thing that was created in the first place. It just kind of happened, and it was this amazing, perfect moment of perfect opportunities, everybody in the right place at the right time, the viewers all in the right place at the right time, and it was really just something that, again, it couldn't have been recreated. But personally, Z House 2017 was just the best thing that ever could have happened to me. I really think it just grabbed me out of that depressive state that I was in and just really brought me back to who I felt that I was. And then I decided to go back to university. I guess I forgot to mention, but I actually had to drop out of school because of my concussion. That was also not good. So basically leaving the Z House, I was like, let's just throw life on its head. I actually broke up with my girlfriend due to just kind of some, I guess again, kind of personal reasons of just needing some independence. And then I was like, you know what, let's just, again, flip everything upside down and let's go back to school. So my first semester from the end of me leaving the Z House to Christmas, I can say was honestly one of the best times of my life. Literally just the contrast of the last year of being so sad and not doing anything. I started making friends again. I was super social, going out every weekend, just having so much fun. Started talking to girls, you know, like really just everything was going amazing. In October, I started playing this game called Fortnite, and I really just genuinely enjoyed it from the start. I streamed it a little bit, and World War II Zombies was going to be like my bread and butter, but until then, I was like, I'm just going to stream a little bit of Fortnite because I enjoy it, and I don't really care what people think if they don't like it or not. And then World War II Zombies came out, and I'm just going to be blunt. It was fun for a bit, and then I got really bored of it. And then I was at a very scary point as a YouTuber. There's three main factors when being a creator that I really consider it. And the way I look at it is, do you like the content you're making? Do people like the content you're making? And third is it doing well? So are you having fun with it? Are people not hating you and enjoying you for what you're doing? And are you obviously like doing well enough to make a career off this and all that businessy stuff? And you know, like getting a lot of views is obviously motivating. It's going to make you want to make more content and all that. And that, to me, that's like the big three of being a creator. And again, I want to be completely straight up honest with you guys. You know, for a while, there was the one part of it which was like, okay, Zombies wasn't doing well, the views and the subs and all that, it really wasn't there. But to me, I was still enjoying it and you guys were still enjoying it. And I was like, you know what? There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. So obviously that was what I wanted to do. Now, this is not probably what people want to hear, but there's one thing that I've always said on my channel. You can go back to some of my oldest YouTube videos on this channel, and I will talk about the fact, and you know, a lot of my podcasts as well, is that I do what I want to do. And that's just been my number one thing with me, is if I don't feel like doing something, I can't do it. And if you don't believe me, there's a few examples. Like when GTA 5 came out, everybody went over to that for views, and I respected it, but I didn't like GTA, so I was like, I'm just gonna play the game that I like, which was Zombies. Infinite Warfare came out. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I didn't play that either. Like, there'd be DLC days, and I'd just be playing Transit because I didn't like that, and I was like, I'm just gonna play this game that I like. So I've always made a point to do whatever the fuck I want to do on this channel, because if I don't enjoy it, I'm just gonna run myself into the ground and quit YouTube, and that's not a viable option, obviously. So World War II kind of sucked, and at this point, I was honestly just like, really, I don't want to say burnt out on like Black Ops 3 and Treyarch stuff, but I didn't want to burn myself out on it. Like, the thing you need to think about is I've been playing Zombies since grade 11, right? So grade 11 all the way to third year university. That's like 5 years. And I was like, okay, I can't keep playing the exact same thing over and over, doing the exact same stream, because honestly, it's just going to wear me out, and I'm not going to be happy with it, and my content is going to suffer from it. So I was at a very big dilemma. It has nothing to do with Zombies specifically. It's literally just that if you make someone play a video game for 5 years straight, anybody is gonna feel that way. And this was also after 14 months of no new content besides Chronicles. So it was a very hard time just as a creator for finding motivation. But there was this game called Fortnite that I really enjoyed, and I thought, you know, maybe I could make some videos about that. That was probably the biggest risk I ever took. In about December, I wholeheartedly decided I am going to stop posting Zombies for the most part and start doing Fortnite. And I don't want this to sound bad to people that are huge fans of Zombies, because I am a fan of Zombies too, but it was a very good decision on my behalf, because I feel like I quartered myself into only this one thing, and it was just this comfort zone of like security, and I know how to make this content. And then I decided to do something else, and that forced me to adapt. It forced me to better myself. It was scary. I had to take this leap out of my comfort zone, and to me, that was like just a huge life lesson. Just taking a risk, trying something new, and really going full force at it. And I mean, obviously, like, if we want to move up to today, it worked, but it's not even about that. To me, I just realized that, like, you need to grow in life. It's not about just becoming something and just staying that way forever. You want to constantly be growing as a person. And I ultimately, like, at such a deeper level, wasn't growing with the content that I was making. And it has nothing to do with Zombies and Fortnite. That's so surface level. But to me, it was like I was just not growing as a person. And I genuinely believe that if you look at my content now versus a year ago, it is just exponentially better. So anyways, then the next semester my school started and I just kind of kept pushing through with Fortnite, and I was literally uploading 2 videos a week because I was so busy with school. I was taking extra courses to catch up on my year missed, and basically like I had time to do 2 videos a week with someone else helping me edit. So it was a real grind, but we got through it, and that basically brings us to now. The channel has been doing about as good as it's ever done, ever. And more importantly than that, I just gotta say, like, truly, if you watch that video I made at the end of Z-House, like, so much fucking good shit has happened since then. And I just feel like I have grown so much as a person, and I've just been really just working hard and just going towards goals. And I feel freaking great. So where does that leave us? So for those of you that are big fans of Z-House and follow us on Twitter, you probably saw last week that we announced that the Z-House will not be happening this year. And that is for a lot of reasons, and I don't really want to speak on everybody else's behalf, but let me just speak for myself. I personally never intended the Z-House to be what it was, and it was an amazing thing to be a part of those years, but to me, it was always just about living with other creators, bouncing ideas off of each other, and just using each other as inspiration and creativity to make better content. And to be completely honest, you know, after 2017, I think I realized that I wasn't interested. I just genuinely didn't want to be part of a group. And you know, it comes back to just, you can't do something that you don't want to do. And I know that so many people love Z-House out there, but I just genuinely think that even personally, if I wasn't fully invested in it, it's gonna show, you know. And I think even last year, you guys could probably tell, like from 2016 to 2017, we started evolving. As a group, the Z-House is so, I don't want to keep swearing this video, but so fucking talented. Like, everybody has just these amazing skills. And I think what's really happening is everybody's kind of going in their own direction and growing as individuals. And I think that's awesome. And I'm so happy for the rest of the guys. And like, we're still friends, and like, I can't wait to see them at ZWC this summer and everything, Zombies World Championship. But at the end of the day, I just didn't think that the group that is Z-House was going to work for me. And if it's not going to work for me, then it can't really work, because it's a, you know, it takes 5 to tango in this case. So for me, it really wasn't in the cards. And part of me is sad that it's not happening. But I gotta be honest, I'm also really happy, because I haven't had a summer with my real, like, I don't want to say real life friends, because my Z-House friends are the boys are my friends too. But you know, with my like Nova Scotia, Canada friends, I haven't had a summer with these people in like 2 or 3 years now, and I'm really excited to just chill in Canada for the summer. I will be going to LA and competing in Zombies World Championship, and you know, that's that. As far as Zombies goes, again, I think it really just comes down to the idea that like I said, I've always felt this way, that I have to post what I want to post. People have been really surprised that I'm not covering news about Black Ops 4, and I just gotta be honest, like, if you're expecting me to cover news, I don't think you have a good handle on what my channel has ever been. I have never been a news person in my life. If there would be something that would come out about zombies and I was like, that's really cool, or I needed an idea for a video today because I couldn't think of something, I would maybe cover it and talk about it and do my own spin on it. But I've never been a news channel ever. I've been primarily a top 5 and top 10 channel with live streams or gameplay. And basically, like, that's what I intend to continue to do. For Black Ops 4, I don't even know if I'm gonna live stream a lot. Like, I will, but even live streaming is something that I'm moving away from. It's something that I enjoy, but just as a creator, I feel like you can only do so much with it. And honestly, on top of that, live streaming takes a lot of time. I have so much respect for creators, and especially since Fortnite is blown up. Like, people on Twitch, I see they go away to E3 for like 5 days, and they're like, yeah, I just lost like a third of my monthly income. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah. No, live streaming is the biggest grind as a creator. Just the hours that you have to put into it, it is life consuming. And personally, I actually haven't had the time because of school, but I don't want to do that. You know, I really just, I need to live a more balanced life. Live streaming isn't something that I don't see why I can't do once in a while, but I don't want to commit to it. It's as honest as that. It's too time consuming, and I just have so much more that I want to do outside of YouTube. And honestly, I just feel like as a person, I have just been honestly like the best version of me over this last year. And it's just so much more than just, you know, the one facet of YouTube to my life. It's like I've been, you know, actually exercising a ton, and like just being super social and friends and hanging with my family even, and like all this stuff, and you know, it's just been good, you know. Even school, I'm enjoying school now. In my second year of school, I finished with a 1.9 GPA, and I was an absolute piece of dirt because of it. I kind of hated myself for it, and this last semester I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just grind. Got the freaking 4.0, and like I was more happy about that than my channel doing well, which sounds so nerdy, but I've been doing so much, and I feel good about it. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I feel like I needed to explain everything for the Z House and zombies to really make sense. That being said, since you did make it through this video, I will give you a little teaser for 2019, and this is in no way a confirmation, and it's just all speculative at this point, but talks of a Z mansion is all I'll say, because I don't even know what else to really say about it. But yeah, I am going to be posting Black Ops 4 when it comes out. I'm going to keep posting Fortnite, and I'm actually going to post other games too, I think. I'm going to do, again, what I feel like doing. And if it's Guitar Hero, I'll do Guitar Hero. If it's Pokemon, I'll do Pokemon. And if there's another game I feel like doing, I think I'll do that. But that's just, yeah, that is where I'm at. Yeah, that's it. I hope that makes sense. Again, you know, to me, it's been a really good year as a person, especially going from the previous year of just literally just being in such a bad spot. And I'm truly happy to be where I'm at. And you know, when I say happiness, it's like I'm happy because I feel like I'm working towards goals. It's not this like, oh, you should be positive, and no, it's nothing to do with that. But it's like I've just kind of been keeping my nose down and just grinding, and the thing I've realized is like that's what's going to make you feel good. If there's any takeaway about that, it's that I at least I feel like is working hard is important. But yeah, I don't know. This almost felt like it got into a podcast, Smith Squad podcast type vibe. But that's it. I hope that makes sense. Again, I know there's so many people out there that are like, I want you to post zombies, and it's like I know, but it's like, okay, live stream Origins for the millionth time. It's just like, okay, I could do that once, you know, and I'm probably going to this summer, like live stream some zombies, but it's just like do the exact same thing that you've done over a million more times. I don't know. To me, it's just, I don't really want to do that. And it's ultimately what it is. I hope you guys can respect that. I really do appreciate everyone bearing with me while I'm trying new things on this channel. I feel like, again, it's making my content overall better. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Much love, guys. I really do appreciate you watching these videos and you know, just, you know, taking an interest in what's going on and just being as understanding as most of you have. I know there's some people that are a vocal minority about zombies, but for the most part, you guys have been really understanding, and I do appreciate that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you Tuesday.